Welcome to Cre8tiverse. In this class, we are going to be looking at the world space modifier, and we are beginning with the camera map modifier. So what is the camera map modifier in 3ds Max? It is a projection mapping modifier that projects a texture onto an object from a camera's point of view instead of using traditional UV unwrapping. So let's dive straight into the course. So to begin, we are going to first create a material. So we hit an M, or click this button here. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we'll go to our rendering and make sure we're using the scan line. That's this. Okay, then we click this button and go on to use a standard legacy. Okay, then we are going to use the diffuse. We're going to apply a material here. Okay, come down to general, click bitmap. Okay, so I'm going to find where I saved my material. It's right here. So fine, I have the material here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Alt B. Okay, Alt B. This will pop up. The same material that I applied here, I'm going to apply it here too. So use files. I'll do the same thing. This same material, hit it, open, and OK it. So I'm going to close this for now. So the material is in the background. So the next thing I'm going to do is to make sure that my grid is in line with this base here. So let's see, bring this down. I have to zoom in a bit, bring this down, maybe bring this down a bit like so. So you can see this is lined up perfectly. So the next thing I'm going to do is to draw a plane on this. So I'll come here. Okay, I'm going to draw a plane from here all the way. Alright. Okay, the next thing is I'll come up to perspective and either use my Shift plus F or show save frames. Okay, so let's do that again. So I'll hit my click this, hit my R and scale this like so. So the next thing is that I'm going to draw another plane upward here, as though it's standing up here. So I would love to draw that plane from my from this view. So I'm going to draw. Now watch. I'm drawing this from the left viewport, and I'm watching it update in my perspective viewport. I can as well draw it here. Maybe sorry. Alright, so let's continue. So at times, instead of drawing it here, which might lead to some issues, where I'll have to hit my E and begin to beat this to line up. So what I could do is to either draw this from my left viewport or my front viewport. Okay, so I'm going to undo this, come to my plane and draw. So watch me and making sure it meets up that point here. You got to be careful. Okay, we get the idea. The most important thing is to make sure that where this here stops is where the other plane also begins from. So I'll come here. Next thing, F4 to view all of this, and I'm going to increase the number of edges. So I'll begin with this here, and I'm going to increase this up like so. Fine. Next, I'll click this too and increase it. Okay, so we are good to go. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this with this. So I'm going to click this here, right click, convert to edit poly, go to my modifying panel and find the attach, which is this, click here and click this. So this boat is now a piece. Hit my W. So the next thing is that I'm going to apply my camera map modifier, okay, which is what I have here. But this time I want to use my word space, so I'm going to use my camera map modifier WSM. Click. Now, right now I'm going to apply a camera, okay, but I want to use the camera from this angle. So based on that, I'm going to hit my Ctrl C or come here to create cameras and then create physical camera from view. So when I hit this, don't forget this viewport is selected. I have my camera here. Okay, so now that I have my camera here, the next thing is for me to apply my texture on this surface. Alright, but before then, what I will do is I'll click this, okay, come on to my camera map and pick camera. Okay, so I'm going to click pick camera and I'll right click and pick this camera. Okay, so right now observe the chain. This camera map was applied to these planes here which have been attached, and now got this camera here. Then from here I now make sure I clicked pick camera and then click this. So the next thing is to apply my texture, okay, which earlier was this here. So all I need to do is, of course this should be clicked, then we click. Okay, so let's say F4. So right now we are having our texture, okay, on this, following the earlier mapping, which was the object that we imported from our material editor. Okay, so that is that basically. One bad side with this is that when you begin to orbit, this might scatter off like so, because if you recall, we are using a camera angle, so you are advised not to get that off. So with this now I can maybe draw a box, okay, maybe bring this forward, and I can begin to do, you know, simple detailing, and everything will look so real, as though maybe it's all in the scene. Maybe characters can walk down here and many other things can, you know, go on in the scene. So basically that's how we use the camera map modifier in 3D SMax. And for the OSM, that is the camera map modifier for our object space modifier, it works the same way. Take for instance, if I decide to click this and I apply, let's say, the camera map modifier, we have the pick camera, so you're going to follow the same rule or the same process. Okay, you just click this, pick the camera, and then you apply your texture and you're good to go. So seeing you in the next class, where we are going to be modeling other things and looking at other world space modifier like our displaced mesh, hair and fall, map scaler, and the rest. Thank you. Bye.